there is a lot of fear out there. There's fear among the establishment. What is he going to do? There was hope that somebody else would emerge, but I told you all along, forget about it. You can't run against Trump. If you're Nikki Haley, you're trying to run to the left of Trump. If you're Ron DeSantis, forget about it. You're trying to run to the right of Trump. It's not going to work. There is only one Trump. Politics requires a lot out of people, including a je ne sais quoi. There was no one in the field that had the je ne sais quoi. Okay, let's just be, except maybe Vivek. But Vivek was too young, is too young. He's got a great future ahead of him. But you wanted people that had some independence, that had their own way of thinking, and that could tell everybody to go to hell if they had to, and also understood things like economics and policy. No one was, I mean, Nikki, I'm sorry. I'm going to tell you my personal impression of Nikki Haley. I'm sure she's a lovely woman. She is a career politician, and that makes me nervous. Just like it makes me nervous when I see Joe Biden or Barack Obama or Hillary Clinton. I do not like career politicians. Ron DeSantis actually makes me nervous for the same exact reasons. These people need to stay in business, so to speak, and they have no other business other than politics. So she was out there running probably because a group of people put her up to it and her ego was big enough to think that she could actually succeed. And she kind of landed flat on her face. And then she went quiet and we didn't hear anything from Nikki Haley until she finally came forward and announced she would be supporting Donald Trump for the presidency. She listed off this, that, and the other about what she doesn't like about him because apparently they still have some bad blood. Well, he's very forgiving. You're going to see in a second. I just want to show you this little announcement. Nikki Haley saying, I'm going to vote for him.
Biden has been a catastrophe. So I will be voting for Trump.
That was it. I mean, she didn't say anything good about him, just that Biden is a catastrophe. So therefore, she will be voting for Donald Trump. Come on. Look, here's the good news. She's not going to be a VP, from what I can tell. And the other little bit of good news is maybe for those that had some concerns about him, they feel like, okay, she's back in the fold and she's more of the stereotypical rhino type. So maybe you bring in some of those people and you call it a day. Like, can you unify the party over this? I thought this was really interesting. So Donald Trump did an interview with a local news reporter, just a local news reporter, News 12, out there in the Bronx. That was smart too. And he spoke to her about Nikki Haley while at the rally. Take a listen.
A big night last night. Nikki Haley making her first public remarks since dropping out of the race. She said that Joe Biden has been a catastrophe, and she said she's voting for you. I'm sure those were welcome remarks for you, but it also left a lot of people wondering, is there room for her on your team, or better yet, your ticket?
Well, I think she's going to be on our team because we have a lot of the same ideas, the same thoughts. I appreciated what she said. You know, we had a nasty campaign. It was pretty nasty, but she's a very capable person, and I'm sure she's going to be on our team in some form. Absolutely.
Okay, so there you go. Forgiving man. Very, very forgiving. Good for her. So she gets to live another day in politics. I think a lot of people, certainly the base, will not forget what they went through. I don't think a lot of people trust her. If she were my VP, I'd be checking my food pretty carefully. I'd hire my own chef, maybe a taste tester, that kind of thing. I think that she is politically ambitious, and there's nothing wrong with that. Ambition is a good thing. But the problem is, and this is partly why everybody's so darn sick of politicians, is that you start to say, well, what do you really believe? Like, who are you? One day you're this, the next day you're that. One day you can't stand Trump, and the next day you're going to support him only because, you know, the alternative is so bad. I mean, I get it, but I don't. And I think that he's going to give her something, but I think in terms of her overall political future, she's still going to face some challenges. Still going to face challenges, as she should, right? As she absolutely should.